Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd down, Hyde. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll give to Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Up in order to stop.
Down back shy of the 20. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now Ballage. Oh, the spin. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every play...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credited. With a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
Right,
this will be 3rd and 5.
56. Gone, gone.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue Landy. Blue Landy. Detroit. Detroit.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Milage. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Blue Landy.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Running, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Back to throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal. and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
A first down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25,
Detroit!
2nd and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Space to run past the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They get it to him running left. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Devontae Parker, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Dolphins, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.